I love role playing games. They've been a staple game for me ever since I got Final Fantasy VIII for the PlayStation 1 when I was 11 years old. And ever since then, I've found myself playing a lot of role playing games. I love being able to experience different stories and adventures with a cast of characters that I can relate to or that take me out of a situation for a little bit and allow me to accompany them on an adventure. However, as I've aged, I now find myself being unable to finish as many RPGs as I used to. What used to be 8-hour gaming sessions have now turned into 1, maybe 2 hours at most. As responsibilities have added up, my time for games has decreased, which is why I started branching out into different genres. I never played many games in my youth besides role playing games. I think that maybe Sims on the PC or Zoo Tycoon would probably be an exception. But now that I find my time limited, I played a few games that have changed my mind on genres I never would have thought of playing before and given a chance to. I grew up mainly watching my sister and brother battle it out on Mortal Kombat on the SNES, while also trying to reach the top of the tower in story mode. Going back at it, Mortal Kombat is an extremely hard game. I never got into it myself, I just enjoyed watching my siblings fight each other. I would occasionally try to battle my sister, but she always dominated me. I always sucked at fighting games, so I never really gave myself the chance to even attempt them, and the times I did, I gave up easily, my frustration getting the better of me at the time. Recently, at the end of 2024, I was very sick with bronchitis, and in a fever induced haze, I had apparently purchased a digital copy of Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, which had just recently released. I had no idea about the controls. I had never grown up with these games specifically, but I'm really enjoying it. I've even recently started playing online matches, something I rarely do so that I don't completely have my ego shattered. I've worked really hard at it. I've played on my breaks at work, just trying to learn different combos, how to block, everything like that. Playing against people is actually extremely rewarding, even if I lose the match. The community seems to be pretty great, and the learning curve is actually very nice. With time, I've gotten better and better playing it almost daily. It contains 6 games, 7 including the Punisher arcade game, my favorite one being Marvel vs. Street Fighter. I usually main as Captain America. After winning a few online matches, the addiction is real. It's a game that I play every day now, even just for a few online matches, which only takes a few minutes each, and it makes me look forward to the next collection, which I will certainly be getting. It has changed my perspective on fighting games. It's not always about being the best, but enjoying the little victories, even if most of the time you're getting your butt kicked. Roguelikes are a genre I never allowed myself to open my mind up to. I personally always thought roguelikes as an endless game and a game that never ends seems like a huge amount of time commitment that I never really had. To have to restart all over again, it reminds me of that quote: the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, then I guess you can call me insane now. Streets of Rogue busted that door open for me and pulled me into a chaotic, procedurally generated world of roguelike gameplay. Streets of Rogue gives you the opportunity to play as 24 unique characters, each with their own level clear missions. You play through 6 main stages, trying to reach the end of the game. Each playthrough is completely different and completely chaotic. Depending on the character you play as, you can play stealth or just go in guns blazing and blowing stuff up, including yourself. The game technically ends, but it has an endless mode as well. There's even secret levels and characters that you can unlock, adding to the number of hours you can put into this game. That alone makes it worth your money. I got this game on the Nintendo Switch when it released, and it's been a game that I've come back to consistently when I don't have a game on the go and just want to play some crazy fun. Since playing it, I've opened myself up to a lot more other roguelikes, such as Hades, which I'm going to be playing soon, and also Hades 2 and Streets of Rogue 2, which I'm very excited for. Just like roguelike games, real-time strategy games seem almost overwhelming. There's so much happening at once on the screen, and on top of it all, you must build up your civilizations at the same time. I usually ended up steering clear of them, just because I never thought I would be good at managing all the tasks needed to play these types of games. But Age of Mythology changed that. I had had it on my Steam wishlist for months, debating if it was a game that I would check out when it was finally released, but my friend made up my mind for me and ended up buying me a copy when he bought himself one. The game is really user-friendly. I was able to jump in with a well-explained tutorial that eased me into the chaos I would encounter. You get to play as different civilizations, and each one has its own god that you have as your base, who you call upon for assistance in destroying enemy towns. Being able to create specific creatures like Anubis with almost no limit cap is so utterly chaotic and so much fun. I haven't beaten the main storyline yet, but I want to finish it soon. I put this one in its own genre because it's a series that I slept on and regret not playing earlier. I always assumed that Monster Hunter had to be played with friends only, that it was impossible to play alone. I didn't have too many friends that played this game, so I always let it pass me by. Initially, the idea of just hunting monsters repeatedly to achieve better loot to create better weapons and armor seemed almost overwhelming to me with the different branches, especially since I was always under the impression that since it was a co-op game, beating it solo would be next to impossible. Until 2017, when I purchased Monster Hunter World on sale for $7. I played for a few hours, put it down, and never thought of it from that point on, until I met my PSN friends, who also played Monster Hunter. In 2022, we all started playing together, me from scratch, and them with their absolutely epic builds. I had just graduated college and was looking for a job, so I had some downtime while waiting for my applications to go through. In about 1 week, I had played 70 hours, and I can say with certainty that I enjoyed every second. Even the few hours I played alone were enjoyable, as through my friends, I had learned enough to be able to sustain myself on the days they couldn't play. This is a series I've bought the games for since, like 4 Ultimate on 3DS and Generations on the Switch. I can't wait for Wilds to release and lose myself hunting monsters again, and know that now I can enjoy it either with my friends or solo. So everyone, that's it. These are just a few specific games that changed my mind on the genre as a whole and opened my mind up to games that I'm more willing to play now. What are some games that changed your mind on the genre? Ones that you now find yourself playing that you didn't think you would be playing? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, peace.